After crossing the border back into the United States, Laura and I headed to Roslyn, Washington, where the Northern Exposure TV series was filmed 30 years ago. We camped for 2 nights at a nearby National Forest campground. For fans, driving into Roslyn, Washington feels like driving into Sicily, Alaska. We picked up a Northern Exposure town map showing all of the buildings that were used in the filming of Northern Exposure that are still there. Joel's doctor's office, a novelty store now, still says Dr. Joel Fleshman in the window. The town restaurant and bar that was a part of every episode was the Brick. It is still there and still feeds the town and nearby residents.
And listening to the Adagio from Beethoven's 7th Symphony.
You can still look in the window at the K-Bear radio station. Not even a postcard on the wall has changed. The town received its news, weather reports, and music from Chris, the radio guy, who also dispensed bits of wisdom.
I'd share with you a few thoughts about speech. Don't take it lightly, my friends. If music is the pathway to the heart, as Voltaire suggested, then speech is the pathway to other people.
The one thing that we saw that was noticeably different was the missing totem pole. We signed up for a guided tour and asked about it. Our guide walked us the several blocks over to see it. It will be placed in the town museum once a place is prepared for it. Having taken our picture with the Roslyn Cafe, we headed to Seattle, the home of our dear friends Marlon and Jeannie Schoonmaker. Marlon and I were classmates in India. Some of you may remember that I house and pet sat for them during October last year. As usual, Marlon invited my other classmates living in the area over for dinner. Marlon grilled halibut, eggplant, and okra. It was delicious. Jeannie made a cake. Not just a cake, an amazing cake. The conversation flowed. Of course, we took a picture of all of us together. And one more picture of the 5 class of 67 members. We are holding a piece of the famous lyre tree that is still used in the school logo. The tree died a few years ago. One of our classmates is going to carve something beautiful from the wood. From Marlon and Jeannie's house, Laura and I walked to the Seattle Space Needle and rode it to the top. It was a beautiful day. Even Mount Rainier, so often cloudy and hazy, was clearly visible. It was a great way to get oriented to the city and the surrounding area. We could make out the Queen Anne neighborhood from where we had walked that morning. I particularly enjoyed viewing Puget Sound with its large ocean liners and ferries. Perhaps a plane getting a little too close? On the next level down, there is a revolving glass floor. I had hoped to get to the Space Needle last October, but now I was glad I had waited to experience it with Laura. It was a perfect day for viewing. We felt very fortunate. It was time to go back down. We also had tickets to see the Glass Museum at the base of the Space Needle. The Chihuly Garden and Glass exhibit showcases the studio glass of the artist Dale Chihuly. It is definitely one of the things to see while visiting Seattle. A discounted ticket for the exhibit and the Space Needle gets you in both at reasonable prices. The exhibit was amazing, both inside and outside in the garden area. Next, we drive to Port Townsend on the Olympic Peninsula.